So, bro, the next question that we have, is can you marry a non-Muslim? So, like, can we marry non-Muslims? And when I say non-Muslims, I don't mean just, people of the book, the Jews and the Christians. I'm also referring to, like, Hindus and Sikhs and Buddhists and all of these kind of atheists and whatnot. Are we allowed to, marry these people?
Okay. So the default position is that men and women, you are not allowed to marry non-Muslims. You're not allowed to marry those who are disbelievers in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, right, the ayah is really powerful if you ponder on it, okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned, believing men, Allah says, do not marry the disbelieving women, the polytheist women, the women who do shirk. So atheists do shirk, and all these religions fall into shirk. Hindus and Sikhs and everything. If the Christians do shirk, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, oh believing men, do not go and marry, do not marry the women who do shirk, the disbelieving women who do shirk. And then Allah says, no matter how much she might amaze you, no matter how much she amazes you, Allah says, they're calling you to the hellfire. They're calling you to the hellfire. It's powerful. Because when someone might look at, I'm saying like these famous, celebrities and whatnot. Like me, I don't watch, but you have these Kardashians and whatnot. Alhamdulillah, I've never fully seen, I don't know what they look like. Alhamdulillah, I can say that. I can genuinely say that. I can't even get an image in my head. I don't know what they look like. Just in case anyone thinks I'm looking, that's why I know I don't. It's just that what you hear that apparently these are the kind of women that everyone loves nowadays, okay? So, I'm like, you're looking at a woman like the Kardashian woman, and you think to yourself, right, she's like buff. But Allah is saying to you, no. That the disbelieving woman, the woman of shirk, she's not better than the believing woman. She's not better. Even though she might amaze you. You might look at her and think, wow. And Allah's talking. Allah's talking in this ayah that you're saying, wow, look, no, she looks buff. But Allah's saying, no, she's not. Even though how much she might amaze you to think, look at this, look at this, look at this. Do you see what I'm saying? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they're calling you to the hellfire. They're calling you to the hellfire. And remember, the person that you marry, like, you can, it can influence you a lot. See, there's a woman, a man's weakness is a woman, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be real. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned to show you how a man can be sucked into a woman. When Allah talked about shaitan, Allah said that the plan and the plotting of shaitan is weak. Weak. But when Allah talked about the woman that tried to plot against Yusuf alayhi salam, when she tried to seduce him, Allah said, Inna kaydi kunna azim. He said the plotting of a woman is mighty. Azim. Azim. Remember, one of Allah's names is Al-Azim, the mighty. So the mighty one, like imagine if someone who's strong says, no, this guy's strong. You think, okay. Al-Azim, the mighty one, is saying, no, when the woman plots, she can plot mighty. Now, not saying all women plot, of course. That's not what the ayah is saying. Just saying, if a woman was to plot, her plotting is strong. Why? Because a man will fall like putty in the hands of a woman. So if you've got a woman who's like a disbeliever, actually can take you to the kufr with her. She can say to you, listen, come on man, you in your Islam all day, just a little bit of pork, I made it for you. Come, babe, honey, she'll be like, honey, I made it for you, I made a little pork for you. Come on honey, that little bit of alcohol's not going to do anything, you have a little drink, I have a little drink, and I'll make a nice night for you, kind of thing, like, akhi. And then the woman's standing there, and she's like, dressed up for you in like Victoria's Secret or whatnot, and then she's got an alcohol bottle. So I'm saying to your wife, only so much you could do, and then, okay babe, I'll drink a little bit with you.
Yeah.
And you see, there's a story that Imam Al-Qurtubi rahimahullah, he has a book called Kitab Tadhkira. It's a book about death, reminders, and day judgment and everything. He mentions in there a story. So there was a man who used to give the adhan. So you have a masjid, you have the minbar. What do you call it? The minaret? The minaret?
Yes, yeah.
So the man who gives the adhan goes to the top of the minaret and he says out loud, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So the city can hear. So Imam Al-Qurtubi rahimahullah, he said there was this guy, he used to give the adhan. Young boy used to give the adhan. So he climbed up every day, he would give the adhan. One day when he climbed up, he looked down. He noticed by one of the houses down, there was a beautiful woman. Like, this girl was beautiful. You know the ones where you give the adhan, but you're just looking at her, and he just finished the adhan quickly, and he came running down. And when he came running down, he said to her, listen, I want to marry you. Let's straight up, like, let's get married. She told him, no, I can't marry you. She goes, why not? She goes, I'm Christian. I'm a Christian. She goes, my dad will never let me marry you. He said to her, okay. Basically, what happened was that the guy wanted to marry her so bad, in the end he gave up his Islam.
SubhanAllah.
He became a kafir. This guy used to give adhan, brother. He's the mu'adhin. The imam, then the mu'adhin, the guy who gives the adhan.
SubhanAllah.
Akhi. And that day he married her, and he gave up his religion. He ended up the woman led him to give up his religion. He married her. When he was going to visit her, he was climbing up. Like back then you have to like climb up the roofs and whatnot, and they weren't like big roofs. You just have to sometimes go over the houses, innit? Like Aladdin kind of city, you have to go over. And basically he slipped off the roof, fell, and he died.
SubhanAllah.
As a Muslim, every day, 5 times a day, he used to climb the high minaret and give the adhan. And he wouldn't fall, but he fell into kufr because of a woman, fell into shirk, and came on top of this little house, and he fell off it, and he died. So the point is that it can lead you to kufr. Like, I give you many other examples and stories like that. Okay, and Allah said the same for the woman. Allah said, let the woman not marry the disbelieving men who do shirk, no matter how much they amaze you. The believing men are better. The believing men, no matter how much you feel, wow, look at this guy, looks so nice, No, he doesn't. The believing man is better. And then Allah says the same to the sisters as well. And they are calling you to the hellfire. And that's true, a man, the same way a woman can seduce a man can also influence a woman. Generally speaking, they say the most influential person in a woman's life is her husband. Like a woman, they say whichever direction, generally speaking, a man is more inclined to, the woman's going to be there. Like, you could be, for example, let's be careful, because there's feminist sisters are watching and they start getting excited, innit? They start getting excited, innit? It's annoying, innit? Because sometimes you just want to say it, but they'll misquote your words and chop you up and do all crazy things. The point is, just be real, okay? Just be real, I don't care, chop it up. The point is, my sisters, generally speaking, fine, you may not believe it right now, you may think, whatever, but when you get married, you're going to follow the things that your man is into. Okay, so again, if a man is likely to leave his religion for a woman, if she seduces him, then a woman is also likely to leave her religion for a man. If a man, he empowers her and forces her, and so on and so forth.
No.
So it's not permissible. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made an exception though. But this exception is not for the sisters. It's only for the men. The reason for it is because the men, because they in a relationship have more authority. Remember, yeah? A woman, and this is one of the reasons why a woman can be influenced by a man. A woman has to obey her husband. She has to obey everything her husband says. Okay? Except if it's against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the marriage, He placed the man slightly above the woman. Now, don't get offended by that, because every team has to have a captain. Every team has to have a captain who's in charge. That makes sense. And if there's not a captain of the team's not going to succeed. It's not going to go nowhere. So the same way, a football team, if it has to have, and a family, which is also a team unit, has to have a captain, right? So when you look at the family from different angles, different people are in charge. When you look at the family from the angle of the husband and the wife and whatnot, then the father is in charge. But when you look at the relationship from the angle of the kids, then the mother is in charge. Even though the father is in charge of the mom, but the mom, like if you're dad
going out, you don't really say dad can I go out, you go mom can I go out.
Mom can I go out, right? But remember, the Prophet said that the mom is 3 times above the dad.
Exactly.
The mom's got 3 ranks above the dad for the child. So when you look at it from that angle, like, I have to obey my mom more than I have to obey my dad. I have to obey my mom more than I have to obey 3 times more. So the mom has the authority from that angle. But coming back to the point that I was making, was that because the man has been given that authority over the wife, he's able to, like, not like, he'll be least likely to leave his religion than a woman. Do you see what I'm saying? But even then, as I explained to you, a man can do it. The reason I'm focusing and I spent a bit more time and I give the story of the guy, that Imam Qurtubi mentioned, is because the brothers think, nah, bruv, I'm not going to leave my religion. No, bruv, you don't know.
Yeah.
You already, like, you're struggling to pray, like, you're already, like, struggling to fast and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know, Ma'ak. It's a dangerous situation. But coming back to the exception, even though there's an exception, the exception is not like, firstly, it's not encouraged.
Yeah.
It's not encouraged, like, yeah, go, like, go do it. No one will tell you, they will say, look, come on, man, don't do it. You're going to marry a woman, like, there's so many believing women out there, you're going to marry a woman who's not a believer? And what if she dies? Who's going to raise your kids? The ones that, if you die, she's going to raise your kids. She doesn't have Islam. You don't think about it like that, do you? She's not going to, and imagine you're responsible for your kids on the Day of Judgment. Because you're responsible over your flock. Do you see what I'm saying? Not only that, can you marry just any disbelieving woman? No, she has to be from the Ahl Kitab, people of the book, meaning she has to be a Christian or a Jew. Can it be any Christian or a Jew? No, brothers and sisters. It has to be, if it's a Christian, it has to be a Christian woman who's a proper practicing religious Christian. She's like religious on her faith. And how are you going to find that anyway? And even if she's religious, she has to be a virgin. She has to be afif. She has to be afifa. She has to be clean, pure, like suffice from the people. How are you going to find, with all due respect, with all due respect, I mean, I'm being very real now, with all due respect, how are you going to find a virgin Christian girl in this day and age? A practicing virgin Christian girl. If there's a brother who's watching and he wants to marry a Christian girl, I mean, no doubt, you may have even fell into zina with this girl. That's proof she's not. And how many other men has she done zina with? Meaning have sexual relationship with. She's not pure and clean like that. Meaning if she's not protecting her chastity, she has to be chaste, pure. And there's conditions that the scholars laid down.
No.
Do you see what I'm saying? So me, I'm gonna say, look, brothers, I don't recommend it. I don't advise it. No way, shape, or form. It's generally haram. Anyway, the exception was given for the Jew and the Christian, for the man only. And even then, if it's a Jew or a Christian, there's conditions that are placed. And those conditions really can't be met in this day and age. And Allah knows best.
So the brother sort of summarized that, so I don't really have to add anything else. So that was that video. The asl is, the general default position is, it's not allowed. There's conditions to it. The brothers are only, but even in this day and age, the conditions, where you're going to meet those conditions. So me and the brother, I don't recommend it either. The scholars, they don't recommend it. It's only in certain situations where, it gets kind of peak.
Yeah, it's peak.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that was that. And inshallah, tune in for the next video. We'll be answering the next question on this series. Until then, Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.